Welcome back to the Gamernerds Now Loading podcast, folks. This is Dinx.
I'm Voyce.
And here we are recapping Day 2 of E3 2013 with a very, very special E3 Direct coming straight from Nintendo. Now, when we first heard that Nintendo was going to do a E3 Direct instead of a conference, I was a little bit shocked and kind of surprised that they wouldn't go head-to-head with Microsoft and Sony. But now that I've seen what they showed yesterday, you know, Nintendo's software-only lineup really couldn't compete with two hardware launches, so I think they're smart in that sense.
Yeah, I mean, at first I thought that, you know, them kind of copying out and kind of showcasing that perhaps Wii U's on its way out, and I was kind of afraid at that point.
Wii U's on its... Well, okay, that's what you meant.
No, I don't think... No, I was afraid that that's what they were implying. But after seeing the conference that they did today, they just wanted to go with software. They could not compete with, you know, PS4 reveals.
Okay, but see... We won't even go into what they showed yet, but like right now, like I think it was shocking at just how casual it was in terms of like reality, which basically Wii U has no competition right now, relatively speaking. It's being outsold by everything. There are no games. This E3 Direct has kind of, you know, reiterated that fact that if you're a Wii U owner for 2013, you have what, 3 titles maybe?
Yeah, that's the thing.
And a handful of third-party like ports, not even exclusives. It's not looking good.
Honestly, for 2013, there doesn't seem to be that much.
No,
that
really doesn't
get you excited. But I'm gonna say this though about Nintendo. Like I was going to this conference with like no, you know, expectations, and you know, when Iwata went up and you know, he started talking. He was very casual about the whole thing, talking about. I mean, one of the first things he talked about was the fact that Wii U Fit and Wii Party U were delayed, and I was just like, oh no.
Like what? This is the worst thing. Like, these are first-party Nintendo games that were showed. First of all, why are they being delayed? Like, how can the maker of the console delay its own? Like, Pikmin 3 should have been out last year.
It should have been out when it was supposed to be a launch window game that didn't come out in that time.
It's period. August. Like, it just makes no sense that they're having trouble developing on their own. Like.
That's the thing, and they kind of his response or his reason for it was very like it was very super casual, just like, oh, we just needed more time. I was like, no, I need more facts, man. You can't just tell me delayed.
So
go ahead.
They went from, you know, that sort of very disappointing opening to showing the new 3D Mario game, which, you know, all in all, Super Mario 3D World, which for me sounds like a 3DS title, and then I realized that it was a Wii U title. So 4-player. You know, co-op. It's very similar to Super Mario Brothers 2. You have Toad, Luigi, Princess Toadstool, and Toad, and they have different abilities and all. That just, I mean, it looks fun, you know, but there wasn't anything jaw-dropping at this E3 Direct. There's nothing that was like, I'm proud to be a Wii owner. Nothing.
No, okay, I'm gonna say this about Nintendo, and the thing about yesterday's conferences, you know, with Microsoft and Sony, is they were very, I want to say, they were exciting, but at the same time, they were very kind of gray, you know, like a lot of shooters, a lot of really serious games. So it was kind of refreshing this morning to wake up and see, like, Mario bouncing around and all that stuff. So
but
it's very colorful.
You even say...
I'm tired of Mario.
That's what you always say.
I'm tired of Mario, but it was kind of refreshing to see a conference that kind of deviated, not a conference, but whatever, something that's deviated from what we saw yesterday.
Less shoot bang.
But at the same time, it's disappointing. Like you're saying, Mario 3D, I'm actually surprised they didn't just call it Super Mario World U. Guys.
Yeah, the naming nomenclature, I mean, it just sounds like it's more suited for
the
3DS.
Yeah.
You know, and like, so the next thing they showed up was Mario Kart 8, which, you know, visually looks fantastic, and I love Mario Kart, but...
When's it coming out? Spring 2014.
This is another thing. So another common theme about this conference is that every freaking game is not coming out, like...
It's 2014.
Like, and we knew these games were coming, but they're not coming anytime soon.
2014.
Like, it's literally Nintendo is going to be living off of Pikmin 3,
Super Mario 3D World
in December, and then Wind Waker HD.
Wind Waker, which is October 2013.
Okay, which is fine. You know, they went from Mario Kart 8. They had a third-party demo reel. Okay, which was just the saddest part.
It was actually sad.
It was, you know, so it's stuff you've seen everywhere else. So Batman Arkham Origins, Splinter Cell.
Obviously, Ubisoft was all over this.
Yeah, you even said Ubisoft.
I'm saying Ubisoft was going to help Nintendo.
You had Deus Ex, which I still don't understand why it's coming out, but supposedly it's the de facto version to play. They had some Monsters University stuff. It was like 7 or 8 titles, and there is 1 or 2 exclusives that's coming to Nintendo Wii U, which we'll talk about later. But I mean, nothing from EA.
Well, EA already said that they're not developing anything right now.
Like
for
I saw Battlefield 4 yesterday. I want to I cannot stop watching that. And you cannot get that on the Wii U. So, is Nintendo really going to like Pikmin 3, Wind Waker HD, and Super Mario 3D World? Like,
well, there's also this game called what's it called? The Wonderful 101.
Okay, Wonderful.
And I wasn't sure what that was.
Okay, so that's coming from Platinum Games. It's almost like a Pikmin type game where you have a group of characters.
Yeah.
You use the Wii U pad to form like superhero like extensions, and you fight monsters. That looks great. And my mistake, I should have mentioned that I am gonna play that. I am gonna buy that. That also should have came out earlier.
It's coming out August or something.
This year, and it needs to. Like Platinum Games, it seems to be the savior for Wii U because you got Bayonetta 2, which they showed later. We'll talk about in a second. But it just the tone of the conference should have been much more urgent. You're not buying our system. This is our chance on the biggest stage in the world to sell it, and they didn't do that.
Yeah, but my problem was like I said, I personally am a little tired of Mario. So when I saw Mario 3D, whatever it's called, I mean, I wasn't excited. It was like, oh, it looks like Mario Brothers U, but kind of like expanded in a 3D plane.
Super Mario 3D Land, Mario 64. I mean, it's been done.
We've seen it before, and this whole like, oh, now you can play with Mario, Toad, and Luigi, and you can in the other games. So like, how is that a selling point?
Maybe 4-player co-op is going to be what differentiates it. I don't think it's done anything different, to be honest. Like, there's a Mario as a cat suit now. Mario Kart 8, you can do upside down driving. Is that going to be system selling like options? Is that going to make me want to not play Grand Theft Auto 5?
I just think it was weird that on the Zelda, the fact they focus so much on this, Wind Waker Zelda. One of the things he actually vocally mentioned is 1080p. I'm like, no.
Well, and
and
another thing about Wind Waker HD, like which I'm looking forward to. I'm kind of worried because it's coming out in October. It's gonna have GTA 5, as competition. The rumblings of next gen consoles the month after. So, not so well how it's gonna do, but. I mean, he focused on you can sail faster now as a major revision, or
was it something Turner
from Tingle? So
Tingle,
the original GameCube version, you had to connect your Game Boy Advance, and you have some special features that's built in now. But did that really need
the idea of being able to create messages and throw them into the ocean? Cool. Yeah, but it's pretty much what Ubisoft did with Zombie U. Where you can like leave messages for other players. It's cool, but it's not a selling point.
Yeah,
it needs to be mentioned.
But they spent time on it. So there was a small demo reel of. Did they show indie titles? I'm forgetting now.
Yeah, they showed some indie titles. Yeah.
There was a lot of so that's at least a common theme that Nintendo's the Wii U is an open platform. You're gonna have indie titles. I don't recall any off the top of my head, but that was something that stood out as common theme versus the other consoles. They embraced the Miiverse again, which is kind of cool. That artist tool.
Yeah.
If you post on the Miiverse, you can create really cool photos. Now there's gonna be much more full-fleshed, artistry tool. So that was cool. I was very excited to see Bayonetta 2.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was shocking enough that it's a Wii U exclusive. It looks great. She's cut her hair, which was another selling point. I don't know. Iwata,
really strange things to focus on. She has a different outfit now, and she cut her hair. Good job.
In any case, it looks crazy. But again,
is it at this point in the Wii U's troublesome launch? Is it a game that's gonna make you actually go pick up a Wii U at this point?
You have to. If you want to play Bayonetta, you have to buy a Wii U.
Yeah, but for me, it's more for if you already have the Wii U.
Yeah, you're gonna get it.
You're gonna be happy. But if you don't have the Wii U, will you now go out and pick up the Wii U because of Bayonetta 2?
But you know what? It says it's a Nintendo published game. Mass Effect 1 was a Microsoft published game. Things changed when the EA took over it, but that was never supposed to come over PS4 or PlayStation. Honestly, if the way the Wii U is selling, I hope Platinum Games has some clause because Bayonetta 1 was fantastic. I don't recall if it's sold particularly well. Wii U right now, and by the way, it's spring 2014.
Exactly.
Not even anytime close.
That's a theme.
Everything about this E3 Direct was next year. So
2014. They Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze or whatever is a new Donkey Kong. Again,
But-
I wasn't waiting for this.
No, but that's the crazy thing. Like, everything about this conference we knew already. So,
Yeah.
we knew about Smash Brothers, we knew about Mario Kart 8, and people were saying that this hidden retro title from Retro is going to be, like, bringing some back. I thought it was Star Tropics. I thought it would be no mention of Metroid.
No,
Instead, it's
Donkey Kong.
another Donkey Kong game.
Country Tropical Freeze.
Okay, it sounds like they said on game trailers, like a fruit, juice flavor or something.
I know. I
Like,
thought it was a fruit flavor, and the selling point is Dixie Kong returns. Who knew?
not even that, or it was like he mentioned that you can go in 3D now, and like yesterday they're showing like crazy, and obviously the Wii U horsepower doesn't match up with Xbox One or PS4, but Destiny, you're seeing this whole multiplayer integration with like tablets and other devices, and the lines being blurred from single player to multiplayer. And then we looked at Diddy Kong or Donkey Kong's furs swaying as he moves, and it just, the tone was super casual. There was no urgency, and I was just going through it. I'm like, where's the announcement that we don't know? Where's the price cut? Where's the revision?
There's no price cut. There's no revision. I mean, there are games now that are going to be coming out for the Wii U that are going to be exclusive to the tablet only. Like that.
That's another thing. So I was watching reactions to the E3 Direct this morning from other people, and they didn't really show like the tablet itself. Did you see anything that's like,
No,
this is a tablet exclusive feature?
They forgot about that.
It's like you could use a Pro controller, and like another point that was brought up. A lot of the games are 3DS and Wii U. The 3DS does like the 3DS. Okay, is Nintendo's like, it's keeping them like alive. There's
Afloat,
great games,
pretty much.
Like, why can't you bring a 3DS game to the Wii U? Because it's two screens, right? The functionality is the same. It needs games, and you know what? You're only getting games in 2014, and it's just, I was so angry. That's the common theme today.
Well, there was actually one game that actually looked well. Listen, the games looked fun and promising, whatever, but they're just too far away, and they're Mario at this point. I'm, like I said, tired. But Monolith Studios or Monolith Soft
Project
build
X.
the game. Is it called Project X or just
Project
X?
So these guys made Xenoblade, which is one of the best titles for the Wii. It was brought over by GameStop exclusively to North America, so it's hard to find. It goes for a lot of money. This looked like, they revealed it a while ago, but it looks like Monster Hunter with Xenoblade and Max. It looks great.
Yeah.
Hardcore, Japanese RPG, beautiful visuals. When is it coming out, Steve?
2014.
2014. Like,
Just remember this, guys. 2014. 2014.
It's like Nintendo had a 2-year start,
2014.
and things will pick up a year into the next generation console wars when it's fighting PS4 and Xbox One.
2014. And then I mean I guess their last kind of like big reveal, which was not really a reveal because you knew about it, was Super Smash Brothers. It was going to come out for the Wii U and the 3DS.
Okay, that I was surprised. I didn't think it was going to come out for 3DS. That's kind of cool. I will play it on 3DS. I've never really been to Smash Brothers before, but I was excited about that.
The 3DS one looks like it's going to be adopting some sort of cell shading approach, different from the. I mean, I kind of thought that was kind of cool that they'll both look artistically different.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, Mega Man is now a new character.
Okay, that was big. Okay, I was not expecting him. I love Mega Man. Hasn't got any love from Capcom. He's finally coming to the series, and he looks like the way they've integrated, characters from the original Mega Man series, as like, that was cool. I was excited, and later on in the day, they actually unveiled the Wii Fit trainer girl as another hidden character, but they ended on that.
That's pretty much it. And but before we close, even on this, when is that coming out?
2014. Like, I just, the Xbox One, PS4 is coming out this November.
Yep.
Okay. Like I said, there's 4 titles I want to buy, and maybe some indie titles I'll check out. They did nothing, like, no price cut.
The price cut.
It's $50 less than a PS4. $50.
Yep.
Like, I look at the titles they showed today, and I look at the titles that are coming in a year. So imagine what Bayonetta 2 is going to go up against a year after the PS4 is released.
I just feel like Nintendo in this conference was just trying to cater to the already established user base and did nothing to try and bring in more people.
They did nothing.
They did nothing.
Absolutely
It's
nothing.
pretty much like, listen, if you have a Wii U, we got stuff coming for you 2014. Hold on.
Like, I'm going to play Pikmin, I'm going to play Wonderful 101, but I'm going to play Battlefield 4. That's in October. I'm going to play The Last of Us, which is this week. I'm going to play Grand Theft Auto 5, Gran Turismo 6. And then people are just going to forget, Super Mario 3D World. PS4 and Xbox One are gonna be out by then. Like,
Yeah, I know. It's like I can't. I'm not excited. When they actually said it's a 3D Mario 3D, I was expecting something more on the lines of a Mario Galaxy type of scenario. But it's like it really is just like
3D Land,
3D Land
with 4 players.
with 4
3D
people.
Land was a great game, and it's 4-player co-op is always fun. But I really don't think they know how to position it.
No.
They didn't show up as a conference because if this is what they were planning to show, they looked at it and they're like, you know what, we can't go up on a stage and show this.
They knew what they knew. Like, listen, we're not going on stage. But at the same time, if you actually think about it, yes, it's smart that they didn't go on stage. But maybe if they were on stage, they would have maybe dug deeper into the games and maybe got us more excited somehow. I don't know.
It was way too safe.
It was too toned, like just neutral. And I know it's already morning, so I was like half asleep.
No, and it's like the morning period, because if you're a Wii U owner right now, like we are, you gotta hold tight because there's only a scant few titles coming in. Like, in your opinion, Voice. Okay, before we end this this summary, what's gonna bring Electronic Arts back to Wii U? Like, what is gonna bring Frostbite, or what's gonna bring Activision? And okay, by the way, so just one last thing, they had interviewed Reggie Fils-Aimé, who's the president of North America Nintendo, and from what I hear, Call of Duty Ghosts is not coming to Wii U. And Call of Duty Black Ops 2 was actually the best version of all the current consoles on the Wii U, and it sold the worst.
Well, also because it didn't have a strong user base, there's going to be a very strong online,
There was no online community. So, like, are they screwed? Are we ever gonna see?
Honestly,
like, there's no need for speed. There's no Madden. There's no FIFA. Like,
EA right now wants to position themselves in the PS4 and the Xbox One. They don't want to spend money on a console that they don't feel has a strong enough user base to sell to. And I understand their approach, other reasons. So Nintendo right now needs to just do what most people try to do on Twitter and just get followers. Get people to adopt.
But this E3, it's
people.
Like, I look forward to the conferences every year for E3 because that's where I see the crazy announcements. The stuff comes out of left field. There was nothing.
No, it was very tame.
Nothing like that this morning. So if the hardcore gamers who watch this conference, who already have the system, they're not going to be excited. The overall theme or the overall response is it was a very bad conference.
Yeah, it was
not a lot of confidence. People who aren't buying a Wii U right now, they've seen Xbox One and PS4 and how pretty it looks.
I just thought it was kind of weird that they started off wasn't the first thing they said, but one of the first things they mentioned was the fact that you had Wii U Party and Wii U Fit delayed. I was like, how is that something you start off with? Like, maybe
I wasn't even excited about that.
No, I wasn't. I don't care about Wii U Party or
like,
Wii U Fit, whatever.
Exactly. It's not like, oh no, we were waiting for that reveal.
But there's some people out there that are, and then they're like, they got the Wii U just for these games, and they're being told, sorry, bro.
Where was a Metroid title for 3D? Where's Metroid Dread for 3DS? Or
I wanted to see this Zelda, not Wind Waker, because I'm not gonna pick up Wind Waker HD. I don't need to play that game again. I don't think having Tingle throw messages into the air so I can find them. I don't care. So so right now, Nintendo, you did exactly what I thought you would do. You were too tame, you were too safe, and you revealed games that I knew you were going to reveal. Nothing that came out of this conference was like, oh my gosh.
They revealed games, but
they weren't anything you didn't already know.
But and on top of that, they're not coming out this year.
They're not coming out this year, and it's like Donkey Kong, it's Mario. The only saviors, honestly, were Bayonetta 2 and
that's 2014,
and this Project X game.
That's 2014.
That looks interesting. All 2014. So
Smash Brothers 2014, Mario Kart 2014.
Like, Nintendo, at this point, you shouldn't even be mentioning delays. Like, you should not have started this conference with a delay. Like, Pikmin 3 has been delayed. What's the other game? Rayman Legends delayed. You cannot start a conference.
Yeah,
conference.
The general response is that Nintendo has no idea what they're doing, or I hope they're in panic mode because they need to be. There's very little consumer confidence behind the Wii U, and this E3 is going to be about 2 new powerhouse consoles that it's going up against later on this year. Doesn't look good right now, but we will see. So obviously we've looked at the conferences that happened, Microsoft, Sony, EA, Ubisoft, Nintendo. Let us know specifically which one you thought was the strongest, which company gave the most the strongest offering as to why you should invest in their hardware or software, and let us know what you think about Nintendo's decision to, not be present at E3, have an E3 Direct. There's going to be more E3 Directs apparently. Some more information was revealed after the conference, but is Nintendo out of the game? Are they just struggling? Are they gasping with last breath? I don't know, Voice.
I predict they're gonna go the same route as Sega. I think we're gonna start seeing, Mario on the PS whatever at some point. I kind of hope not, because I do, in a sense, maybe because of nostalgic reasons, like Mario, but at the same time, enough is enough. So listen, guys, that's it from us. Like we said, leave your comments and feedback below. We'll see you next time, the Game Nerds. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and
we're out.
Go to our channel.
Yeah, totally check out our channel.
I think they should subscribe also.
Oh my god, subscribe right away. What are you waiting for?
Probably a good idea, subscribe.
Subscribe ASAP. You're gonna miss out if you don't.
I just subscribed.
Oh my god, congratulations, you just subscribed.
I'm cool.